The reaction to Charlie Kirk's death is freaking insane from the left. It's freaking insane. I said on the show yesterday that even though it had been mere hours since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, even I didn't think the left would go this hard in attacking Charlie Kirk. But they have outdone themselves. And actually, this marks a cultural shift. The mask has slipped. We have gone from it's not happening to it's happening and it's good in regard to killing people that you disagree with. If you want to know how bad this is, even out here in Japan, 2 people I know put this on their Instagram yesterday. These are people I've collaborated with. And the fucked up thing is, they're actually really kind of nice people in person, get on with them fine, collaborate together. But as soon as politics comes into it, they expose their psychopathy. This is a dude who's out here in Japan, who's just working in the music industry. This is what he posted on Instagram. He said, hold on a minute, I have to remove their name. He said, "This is such lovely news. Right as he was talking about trying to blame transgender people for gun violence, the shooter hasn't been caught and it's traumatized conservative witnesses. Perfect combo. Hopefully just the first." So these people are cheering on murder of anyone that they disagree with. So no trial, no justice, no judge, no jury. Simply, if you disagree with me, you should be killed. That is the cultural shift that has occurred last night. And Charlie Kirk, if anything, his greatest gift to us is exposing how radical and insane these people are. So thank you, Charlie Kirk, for that. Another guy that I've collaborated with in Japan, he's been over here, he's been to my place, seemed like a nice kid at university. He posted this out yesterday on his Instagram in Japan. Charlie Kirk dead, rest in piss, bozo. This reaction is not a niche of people. It is widespread. That's just me logging on. I never use Instagram because it's trash. Just logged on. This is the first thing I saw. It is widespread. The Overton window has shifted so far that the left have become a radical, violent, dangerous, ideologically subverted cult. There's so much of this hatred for Charlie Kirk and celebration of his death that Bluesky had to put out an official warning. They warned users celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination to tone it down. They had to do that. You want to see how sick the leftist reaction is to Charlie Kirk's death? I've got a wealth of material. Let's go through some of it. You have to know what you're up against, because if you so much as believe one thing that Charlie Kirk believed, one single thing, such as, I don't know, pink and blue bridge trolls shouldn't be in your daughter's bathroom, they want you dead too, and they will celebrate your death. These are the people that you're up against. Here's a guy on X called Zelly. 13 million views. 374,000 likes for this comment. Charlie Kirk isn't a martyr. He's a casualty of the violence he incited. Also, Charlie Kirk deserved it. He brought the violence upon himself for being the most open-minded, kindest person in the political Western world, who'll come to every single university and have a conversation with anybody who wants to talk to him, disabled, white, black, brown, Muslim, in as good-natured a fashion as possible. Leftists believe that because of that, literally because he supports free speech and wants you to have a voice, he should be murdered. That's how psychopathic these people are. Completely insane. I can save you a lot of time. The leftist reaction to Charlie Kirk dying, saying, oh, he spewed a lot of hate, so therefore he got what's coming to him, simply amounts to this. You would still be alive if you didn't disagree with me, bro. If you just agreed with me, you wouldn't be dead. These people, all they're saying is, I will kill you if you don't agree with me. Or at the very least, I'm happy for you to die in the most brutal way possible if you disagree with me. That is the cultural shift we've just experienced yesterday after Charlie Kirk passed away. Charlie Kirk, through his death, has shown us how extreme and radical vast swaths of society have become. Completely insane. Charlie Kirk was having open conversations with literally anyone who was willing to debate him in the most cordial way possible, defending his mainstream positions that most people in America agree with, proved by the fact they voted for Trump, about not wanting pink and blue bridge trolls in your daughter's bathroom and about uncomfortable truths in America. The left literally believe that speaking a different opinion to them, just saying it out of your mouth with words, warrants your murder. These are insane people that we're up against. Don't ever forget how happy they were today. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. This is not just a one-off. This is not just a niche. This is becoming mainstream amid the left. How do I know this? Well, polls say half of left-leaning Americans say assassinating Trump and Musk is justified. So the New York Post predicted this in April. They highlighted a poll from the network Contagion Research Institute that showed people who identified as left-leaning, 55% of those said that that Donald Trump being assassinated is justified, and Elon Musk being assassinated is justified. It's not going to stop at Charlie Kirk, I'm afraid. The left are a radical, dangerous, violent cult. And I'm not surprised, dudes. Did you see this building up? Do you remember Luigi? That insane person who shot someone because of his Marxist ideology? Big business bad, rich businessman bad, therefore you stole it from me and I must end you. Do you remember that guy? Do you remember in various liberal cities, they had trucks driving around with advertisements on them, hailing that murderer as a saint? The left now are glorifying and celebrating and encouraging and desiring violence and murder against anybody who disagrees with them. If you shared, as I said, just one same belief as Charlie, if you believe that pink and blue bridge trolls shouldn't be in your daughter's bathroom, or even if you just support Donald Trump because he's Hitler and a fascist according to these people, they want you dead and they don't care if you or your family die. So this hatred of Charlie Kirk, this radical leftism, this insane Marxism that Yuri Bezmenov warned us about, is so fucking widespread that Reddit Lives over on X said, I'm having a hard time finding Redditors not cheering because Charlie Kirk was assassinated. This shit is widespread. I went onto Bluesky earlier today. Dude, it is wall-to-wall celebration of violent assassination and murder. That's what it is, all over Bluesky. I am not kidding you. This is the first thing that I saw on Bluesky. I went on there. The New Yorker posted about Charlie Kirk being shot. And nearly every single comment underneath is just talking trash on Charlie Kirk and celebrating it. Absolutely loving it. For example, this guy says, I flushed a turd down the toilet today and I'm confident that wherever it ends up, it will contribute more to the earth than Charlie Kirk ever did. These people are completely insane. Completely insane. And it's wall to wall. The left are nearly unanimous in their celebration of this violent murder of someone with mainstream political opinions. Absolutely crazy. On Bluesky, I'm seeing posts, people saying, is Trump having a stroke in real time, hoping he has a stroke? I'm seeing posts about Bolsonaro, who got 27 years in prison for simply having different political opinions to communist Lula and his party. We got people saying that they wish the Biden administration had locked Donald Trump up for 27 years. These people want you in jail, dead, or at the very least censored. That is the left mainstream position. That's what they want. It's what Jasmine Crockett wants. It's what Chuck Schumer wants. It's what Nancy Pelosi wants. It's what Kamala Harris wants. It's what Rashida Tlaib wants. It's what Mamdani wants. It's what they all want. Censor you, jail you, or kill you. Or any combination of those. That's their mainstream leftist position now. It's a powder keg. It's a powder keg now. What a crazy news cycle we're in, okay? You might have forgot about the pink and blue bridge troll mass shooter in the Catholic school, right? That's been buried by the mainstream media because the mainstream media are the enemy and they're part of this ideological Marxist cancer. Remember that? The Catholic school shooter, on his ammunition, he wrote, Ujay Aske, Ernbay Israel, 6 million wasn't enough. He wrote this on the ammunition. He spoke of murdering Ilthife Ionis Zay Ujays. He said Israel must fall. He wrote kill Trump on the ammunition. A violent and gender trace shooter just a few weeks ago. That's been disappeared. And now it looks like we've got another one. Can you feel the powder keg about to blow? And all the while, the leftists were saying, it's not happening, it's not happening. There's no link between Anne's genderism tray and Island's Faye, even after that Catholic school ooting Shay. Do you remember they said it's not happening? And then do you remember just a few weeks ago, we had DeCarlos Brown Jr., who murdered Irina Zarutska in an unprovoked attack on the Charlotte Metro. Do you remember that? And do you remember at the time they said, again, this is nothing to do with left-wing ideology, the Marxist victimhood ideology that encompasses everything from Anne's genderism tray to minorities and sexual minorities, racial minorities, all of that. Do you remember? It's not happening. They said the same thing and gaslit you then. Then we just had the murdering of Charlie Kirk. And now that they can't deny it anymore and say it's not happening, because it's obviously a political assassination, suddenly, we've gone from it's not happening to it's happening and it's good. The mask has slipped. That's where we are now. That's where we are. It's not happening, it's happening and it's good. The left believe assassination is good. The left believe murder of anyone who thinks differently to them is good. The left doesn't want free speech. All the left has to do is debate these people and they can discredit them in an argument. If they can't discredit them in an argument, the left are not rational, enlightened, truth-seeking people. They're ideologically possessed cult members. It's happening and it's good. That's where we are right now. That's the cultural shift. Murder is good now. Luigi, the Catholic school, Irina Zarutska, and now Charlie Kirk. And I guarantee it, if anything happens to J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, they are going to be celebrating like it is New Year's Eve 1999. They're going to be popping the champers. They're going to be loving it. And they're going to be celebrating. Dangerous cult. Dangerous cult. These people must never be allowed to have power ever again in America. So the media reaction is completely insane. And the social media reaction is completely insane. I have a collection of clips and news reaction for you to show you how disgusting and radical the left is in this huge cultural shift we are experiencing now. So, Channel 4, for example, a UK news outlet, how did they report on Charlie Kirk's death? Let's see.
And today, America commemorates the tragedy and the terror that was 9/11. But after the fatal shooting of Trump friend and far-right-wing super influencer Charlie Kirk, what haunts America is domestic...
Far right. So they slandered him as far right. If you don't want illegals flooding your town, if you don't want men in women's bathrooms, if you don't want any of those things, you're far right. Or see, even in the mainstream media in the UK, the Marxism is so pervading. You can see how they try to qualify and justify this guy being killed. Absolutely disgusting. Here's a short collection of demons who can't contain their joy that Charlie Kirk's neck was exploded. Shit-lib compilation. So here's the kind of mainstream leftist reaction to Charlie Kirk passing away. Sorry to show this to you, but you have to see what we're up against.
Charlie Kirk. Nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
I would say pour one out for Kirky Boy, but I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
I haven't posted on TikTok in a long time, but I'm gonna now because rest in peace, Bozo!
Charlie Kirk just got put down like a fucking dog in Utah, and I could not be happier. Praise fucking be.
I do not, and I will not, ever feel bad when bad people get what the fuck they deserve.
This is what is going to cause the fall of Western civilization. The brainwashed, middle-class, coddled, university-educated, white, Western, female shit-lib. Absolutely disgusting people. See, like, basically, women can't defend themselves physically, so they always constantly need to seek validation. It's just an instinct so they can protect themselves. So they have to commit to groupthink for their own safety. You can see how vulnerable that these people are post, especially in a college education. You can see how they're like sponges to this radical leftist ideology, and why.
Charlie Kirk got shot? That's awful. That's so sad. Hope he recovers well.
I just heard that someone shot Charlie Kirk? Dang it. Ah, shucks. Thoughts and prayers.
Yo, they got Charlie Kirk, bro. I've never been happier.
And you just know all of these people are depressed as fuck, riddled with SSRIs, miserable, mentally ill people. They just ooze it. They ooze it from every single pore. What can I say? What can I say? That's a typical leftist reaction that we're seeing online. I showed you earlier on in the show. I went onto Instagram. 2 people I know posting similar shit online. It's widespread. That is the mainstream leftist position. If you support leftism, you support murdering people for speaking a different opinion to you that you deem is hateful. Hate is completely subjective. You could say anything is hateful. Their position is anyone who disagrees with me is a Nazi. Nazis are evil and therefore should be killed, so I can kill anyone who disagrees with me. That's the mainstream leftist position, and it pervades all the way through Congress. All of the leftist congressmen support this kind of stuff. You saw yesterday on the House floor, they tried to do a prayer for Charlie Kirk, and leftists, including Jasmine Crockett, were shrieking no. They refused to do it. Here's another shit lib typical that typifies the leftist reaction to Charlie Kirk getting killed. Let's check her out.
So 2 things that I want to say that probably will get me in trouble on this app and probably get me flamed, especially by the right. Number one, I think it's kind of poetic justice that the man who was spreading nothing but hatred and, you know, dishonest rhetoric got pew-pewed in the throat. Okay, so she thinks it's justice. There's an equilibrium here. Someone who's spewing hate got shot. She's saying that men shouldn't be in women's bathrooms. She's saying that is you deserve to be executed for saying that without even a trial. If there was a trial, they'd laugh you out of court in America. She's saying we shouldn't even give someone a trial, just merely from what somebody says. If she deems it as hateful, they should be executed. That's how radical the left. These people are in. I don't actually need to show you any more of that video. I think you get the idea. That's the mainstream leftist position. We also had the head of Oxford Union, the UK's most prestigious university. He posted on social media, Charlie Kirk got shot, lol. This is the head of the Oxford Union. This scumbag who couldn't even be bothered to dress himself when he got out of bed off of daddy's dime. Charlie Kirk debated him before. That's the head of Oxford Union. He's a Marxist DEI student. He only got an ABB. You need triple A's to get into Oxford, G. You need triple A's. My dad, he got into Oxford, bruv. He would fucking know. What an absolute fool this guy is. He said, lol, this is the head of Oxford Union. This is the mainstream Marxist position. I have read Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto. The core of Marxism is violence, blood. This is quoting from the Communist Manifesto. You need bloody revolution to usher in socialism. It's required. It is baked into the cake. It is the core of these people's political beliefs and religious beliefs, because actually Marxism is a pseudo-religion. Karl Marx was a theologian. He wanted to create a religion that subverted all other religions, a religion of man and government. That's why these people are so ideologically possessed. They have this insane faith in government and the government message, the socialist message. They're insane and they love violence. It is the core of the leftist ideology, bloody revolution, and it never fucking ends. I know about Marxism being implemented in countries. In China, when they redistributed all the land, the violence got worse and worse and worse, and it basically never stopped. Because when the violence stops, Marxism stops. It's required for them to take power. Constant revolution, constant violence, constant accusations, constant denouncements, constant criticism. It's the core of their belief system. Violence, endless violence. As proved by the Marxist head of Oxford Union's comment regarding Charlie Kirk's death. Charlie Kirk got shot, lol. It's the mainstream leftist position right now. Oxford University responded to this guy, this absolute little fool. Look at him. This guy is the head of the Oxford Union, DEI hire. This absolute little melt, low T melt. Oxford Union responded to his comments by not firing him. They said, we don't agree with what he says, but he's still there. You want to see how mainstream this insane leftist position is? Well, senior developer on Ghost of Yote, which comes out in a few weeks. Are you going to be buying it? He celebrated Charlie Kirk's death and he was fired. And after that, he said, I would do it again 100 times stronger. If standing up to fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger. Yeah, you're really standing up for fascism, bro, and fighting the Nazis by posting on X. They want to get credibility and respect without any fucking effort. Pathetic losers. You want to see how insane the mainstream leftist position is on Charlie Kirk? 141,000 likes. I can't even show this. Well, I can. 141,000 likes for this. Someone likening this crackhead leaning backwards to Charlie Kirk. Unbelievable. We had America's top model contestant celebrating Charlie Kirk's death and saying how she hopes it happens to Trump next.
About Charlie Kirk. You like terrorism? Eye for an eye, bitch. I think the only thing that went wrong...
Wait, how can you equate having an open, public, respectful, well-meaning debate with anyone who wants to partake with getting your neck and spinal cord shattered by a bolt-action bullet? These people are completely insane. They're completely insane. They're actually they're abusive people. They're abusers. That's what abusers do. They beat the shit out of people. And they say, why are you hitting yourself? Why you deserve this? These people are fucking insane. The left have lost it. There's been a cultural shift and there's no turning back. There's no turning back. The right have been far too nice about this for too long. And it's time to call out these losers for who they really are. Insane. The leftist reaction to Charlie Kirk getting shot is bonkers. Here's another leftist doing a ballet pirouette. The question was pray for his wife and children, and she said no during a dance. So these people, Jordan B. Peterson said, narcissism and thinking about yourself is indistinguishable from depression, and this just proves it. This horrible, miserable woman who celebrates death can't help but make the video all about herself. So she's leveraging the death of someone, which left behind 2 young children and a beautiful wife with a broken home, for her own gain. This is just the worst kind of shit lib. Absolutely disgusting behavior. These people are mentally ill. Plain and simple. We have plenty of other people celebrating Charlie's death. Here are some more people celebrating. This guy says, my trans ass dancing on his grave after finding out the news. This is the mainstream leftist reaction. Then, of course, we had the brain-dead watermelon crew, the Palestine crew, making this all about them. For example, sacked BBC star Nadia Hussein sparked outrage over her comments on the death of Charlie Kirk. She says, why is it that when white men die, the world mourns, and when 20,000 children do, silence fills the streets? That's because those 20,000 children are the collateral of defending yourself against the most horrific terrorist rapists of all time in the modern era. And despite warnings from the kindest defendants of all time, Israel, who warn you when they're going to drop bombs, you use these people as human shields, darling. Absolute fools. TMZ, in their newsroom, when they found out about the death of Charlie Kirk, they celebrated. There's a video online in their newsroom, and then as the news is breaking, all these people go, yeah, in TMZ. This is the widespread mainstream leftist position, is that Charlie Kirk should have been murdered for his totally normal opinion, like non-radical opinion that's shared by the majority of America, proved by the fact that they vote in Donald Trump. They believe you should be executed for that. So TMZ did that. Ilhan Omar and AOC commented on this. AOC essentially said that Charlie Kirk was to blame.
People can finger point all they want. Look at the record. Look at the actions of what we are doing. I don't think a single person who has dedicated their entire career to preventing gun safety legislation from getting passed in this House has any right to blame anybody else but themselves for what is happening.
Okay, so it's your fault for us shooting you. That was AOC's take. It's your fault for us shooting you. I mean, this is the mainstream leftist position now. Ilhan Omar couldn't contain her delight. Here she is grinning after the death of Charlie Kirk. Actually, I'm not even going to play this video because it's so disgusting, but just, yeah, she was grinning about it. She had a smile on her face. She blamed it on Charlie. Shit's getting bad. University campuses now, there are pictures going up on billboards, absolutely disgusting, aesthetically disgusting pictures. One of Charlie Kirk, an illustration of him rolling his eyes into the back of his head at the point where he's assassinated. It says debate this, and there's horrible kind of repulsive blood spurting out of his neck. These kind of images and illustrations are only liked by the most mentally ill, pronoun in their bio-laden psychopaths. You always see them reveling in this kind of horrible, objectively just repulsive artwork. This is what the left likes: death, destruction, grotesque, disgusting things. It's relentless. It's relentless, the leftist celebration of Charlie Kirk's death. And I think Elon Musk quite succinctly summarized all of this when he said this on X. He said, anyone who celebrates murder is evil and should be utterly condemned. I wholeheartedly concur. So if you believe in that, if you identify with that, what Elon Musk said there, then make sure you vote Republican in America. Charlie's death has done something profound. It has exposed the deep-rooted fascism on the far left. In the space of just 24 hours, it is his last gift to us. Now we know for a fact. We know for a fact that they want us dead. For our mainstream positions, our rational, reasonable positions, and wanting a free society where we can speak our mind without being assassinated. Absolutely insane. So, what can I say? The left have lost it, and the left are dangerous, and I don't want to have anything to do with them. Violent, dangerous cult is getting worse and worse and worse. America is currently a powder keg. One mass murder after another, mostly perpetrated by leftist lunatics attacking people for mainstream beliefs. That's where we are right now. And so we need more Charlie Kirks. We need more people to go out there and not shy away from these lunatics and bring sanity back. Ben Shapiro is going to be debating on university campuses. I pray for him. Keep him safe. Keep Donald Trump safe. Keep Elon Musk safe, because you know that that's what they want to do to them as well. They already tried to do it to Donald Trump. Make sure you share this video. Let people know how insane the left have become. And we're not going to let these fuckers win. Plain and simple. I'm Johnny Massacre, and if you're just joining us, we are discussing Ben Shapiro giving a big fuck you to all those who support Charlie Kirk's death, promising he's going to be debating more than ever on university campuses. And also we're covering the insane cultural shift of the left, where now they support murdering anyone who disagrees with them. But if you have been watching from the beginning, then stop your grinning and drop your linen.
Donate some cash and let's keep winning. Streamlabs.com/Johnny Massacre. Patreon.com/Johnny Massacre or PayPal.me/ give me a hell yeah. You can donate now and it enables me to make more of these videos. Also, you can become an official Massacre mate. If you click join down there in the bottom left, it means you get special emojis. You get a clonk emoji, and who would not want one of those? You also get a duck station emoji. Don't ask. And you get a lot of mercy and a bruv emoji. Absolutely worth the money. I spent hours on AI designing those. And you also get early access to certain videos, and I will read all of your comments first. I get a little box on the back end of YouTube that shows all the official Massacre mates comments, and I read all of them. So please consider becoming a monthly member. You will not regret it, bruv.